recording right now. Mainly because I don't know what else to do. I wake up and I have a calling. But my calling, I have not yet figured out how to monetize it, to be honest. I'm in the process. But I feel called to have a conversation. A candid conversation about the Bible. In a way that it does not offend religion, but broaden the perspective. Give credibility to the scriptures. Because I am African American. I know much of who I am stems from African people. And I know also that a portion of who I am stems from the natives of America. Those who were here before the arrival of the English and the Spanish and the Portuguese and the French. I speak English, so I am a mix of a trinity, which gives me a unique perspective. I can interpret the scriptures because I have African knowledge. When the word says, now a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and there it parted and became 4 river heads. The name of the first is Pishon, is the one which encompasses the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. Bdellium and onyx stone are there. The name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one which encompasses the whole land of Cush. Well, I know that the person writing, narrating, is describing the Nile River Valley. The name of the third river is Hiddekel, Hiddekel, as in hidden. It is the one which goes toward the east of Assyria. So we have 2 kingdoms mentioned here in Genesis 2. The kingdom of Cush, the kingdom of Assyria, and if you want to add a third, you would say Havilah. But I know that Havilah, because of Genesis 10:6, that Havilah is the son of Cush. Genesis 10:7 says, the sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Septah, Ramah, and Septeka. And the sons of Ramah were Sheba and Dedan, as in Eden and Sudan. But Cush, in verse 6, it says the sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, which is Kemet, a.k.a. Egypt, Punt, and Canaan, which are Nile River Valley kingdoms leading to Assyria. And then it says the 4th river is the Euphrates. So the Euphrates is its own river. It's the fourth river, which connects to the Nile through the Mediterranean Sea way. So we can date this because the kingdom of Assyria was established around the 911 BC and lasted to about 612 BC. But it represents a succession of kingdoms, among which the time period which Assyria had invaded the Nile River and conquered the land of Cush. And there's historical record of this. The Cushite kings pushing the Assyrians back out into Assyria. My point is this is our history, spelled out in stories and spells cast on our people, the spell of ignorance. Atum is a deity taken from the Cushite and Kemetic people. Atum, A-T-U-M, A-D-A-M, is determined by who's delivering the message, but Adam was taken from the Kemetic deity, in which uttered through his word the seeds of life and spewed out onto the earth the embodiment of male and female. The creator of the oceans. So the story of creation comes from Atum, who bore 4 offspring. Osiris, or Asar, Set, Seth was his 3rd son. And then another one is called Nephilim, Nephilim, something like that. Nephlis. And then Osiris and Isis combined and formed Horus, or Haru, Horus, or Jesus, who was created through a immaculate conception, meaning that Isis or Aset, we'll just call her Isis, but it was Asar and Aset. Yes, Aset. And she had to travel the Nile. She went on a quest up the Nile to find the dismembered body parts, to remember them, and resurrect her husband long enough to bear his son. So magic, a resurrection, an immaculate conception. And this story was taken into other lands and formed into new versions of the story. It was an inspiration for other faith systems, in other words. Faith systems that spanned across the Atlantic Ocean into the Americas. And a prime example would be the first people that the Englishmen encountered the Powhatans. Powhatan. Aten. The Aten, the Powhatan. The lady that we know as Pocahontas. She was renamed several times. But if you search her name, you will see that she was called Matoka. But that wasn't her real name. She was Christianized and called Rebecca. But that wasn't her name that she was born with. The name that she was given at birth was Amunut. Amonute is the way they spell it. Amunut. She is from the people that was encountered when the Englishmen arrived in 1607. Her birth date year is recorded as 1596. And she passed away on March 16th. March 1607. She was between the ages of 20 and 21. She didn't live long. But she was a prisoner of war. She was captured, used as a negotiating tool. And then the Englishmen reneged after the trade was done and took her to England, and she never returned. But if she was 20 and 21, how old was she when she was sold to marriage to John Wolfe? This was 7 years after the Englishmen arrived. The first wars, the first hostilities between the English and the Powhatan people began in 1613. And Pocahontas was captured and converted to Christianity and renamed Rebecca. She was married to a tobacco planter, John Wolfe, in 1614. And then she bore his son, Thomas Wolfe, in 1615. 1616, she went to London. In 1617, she's literally in a place called Gravesend, Kent, England. All this you can see. I bring this up because this is American history connected with African history. The riverways, the Tidewater Riverway, which we call the James River now, Newport News, the Virgins of Matthew 25. So when I say that real history has been hidden from us, knowledge kept from us by the masters of our society, which enslaved us.